created in 1995 by 14 Filipina students as an opportunity to voice the perspectives of many science Filipinas and by extension, all science women.
Our words celebrate the multiplicity and diversity of the Filipina culture and experience.
The Philippines is an archipelago made up of over 7,000 different islands and over 70 different dialects.
Reflecting these diverse cultures, Archipelag-a is composed of the many autobiographical and fictional experiences of the women of the Filipino Alliance of Brown.
We draw upon our experiences as women of color to explore what it means to be Filipina and Filipina American.
Each semester, Archipelag-a collaboratively writes, edits, and performs new scripts.
This year, Archipelag-a is
Narisha Aquino,
Christine Villegas,
Melissa Zenes,
Elaine Tamargo,
Victoria Bartolome,
Liz Encarnacion,
Bijou Bryant,
Karina Villanueva,
Teresa Leon, Jean Mendoza,
Megan Whalen,
and Nicole Duncan.
Let's go, seniors. Yeah, Archie.
I always thought if I could trace the map of my arteries, veins, capillaries, I'd find the reason for which my heart is pumping, keeps me breathing.
They're so sure of where to go, which paths to take, intersecting at just the right place at just the right time.
No key, no orientation. They do not know north from south, east from west. Just a stream flowing due to some
unknown force.
nerve cells and chemical signal without thought or logic.
The rhythm of my body is a symphony of 8 counts and heartbeats,
a synchronized
opening and closing.
of vowels.
A well-coordinated dance inside me that I envy.
But what steps I take cannot be mapped out on a textbook page.
I try to chart my path, desperate to hammer it into one direction, but it
diverges, twisted,
Torn up,
Ripped up.
My road, once clearly lit,
now lost, past
Lost,
cross,
past
turned around,
cross,
disoriented,
turned around,
spun from west to
spun from
east,
west to
right
east,
to
right to
left,
left.
spun from west to east, right to left.
she left Pacific waters.
Cross the map to a place where she is suddenly Oriental.
Where are you from?
I mean, where are you really from?
Oh, so you're a
Do you
mutt?
speak Filipinese?
Aren't you too tall to be Asian?
Aren't you Japanese?
But you have almond eyes.
Don't you guys eat dog?
But you are not. Where are you from?
So, what are you?
She is an island.
Stands out against white, icy waters.
They ebb and flow, wear her away.
Another wave crashes.
Erodes everything that was once there.
The coastline changes shape.
She is small, assaulted by
Assaulted by aggressive white
shaking her fertile fancy. Deserted and lost, claimed but forgotten.
Unidentifiable.
Stranded on her own shores. Once tough as rock,
But now she sifts through fingers like sand.
She remembers tropical waters and shivers as colorless snow softly,
Incessantly blankets her.
All that remain are memories, phantom footsteps.
Dotted lines of journeys across landscapes disappear.
She is an island. When she was young, she dreamt of snow, draping her skin, blending her in, isolating herself from expectations, not being white, black, brown enough, no land bridging her to the illusions of brown skin and equality. But I am no longer her, I am emerging
A
from.
domestic worker.
The geisha.
The lotus flower.
the mail order bride.
Break me, because I am not made of porcelain.
I feel alone when I walk these ivied paths, so different from those who live the life of privilege 1/3, students of color, yet we still call it brown. Students of color me in to fit whatever idea of diversity you have. Perversity of pulling us singularly non-white outsiders. I offer apologies for the pollution of the race, interruption of the pace of your shoes, walking paths pre-paved to a life where everything will be fine. This world doesn't feel like mine.
I remember walking into a bar and having him, Prince Charming, all golden mane, take my hand and whisper in my ear.
So what strange combination made such a beautiful lady?
Why does this creep think that his blue eyes are a ticket to my pants? These brown eyes have power too, you know. I want to spit into his face and make him taste the fish sauce. That's what he was expecting, right?
I am an island.
She is the one who sees me first, as I am crossing the piazza, walking on the outskirts of Italian history, taking in foreign cultures with every single breath. 5 months of Via d'Azeglio and Renaissance frescoes, 5 months of being called Cinecina and Asiatica on the streets, 5 months of developing numbness to confrontations of ignorance. The girl is my age, even tinier than I am, with short black hair and a walk full of hesitation that reminds me of my mother who always told me never to talk to strangers, but who would drop her own advice at the drop of a hat, at the glimpse of the same brown skin that would render any face vaguely familiar. As the doorman would hold open the elevator in a New York or a London hotel, she would begin that same conversation that she has had time and time again.
Kumusta ka na?
How are you?
And then they would smile as if they had known each other for a million years.
Mabuti.
I'm good.
Before that inevitable golden question.
So where are you from, back home?
Back home, she would say, as if the Philippines were a tiny house crammed full of 90 million other siblings, and her voice, always so timid and hesitant in English, even after 20 American years, it always seemed to sing in Tagalog, as her eyes laughed in the presence of those Filipino strangers. Never talk to strangers, she said, but expats became the exception to her own rule. The girl in the piazza has the same expression, nods kumusta like it's a secret password to some sort of secret club.
Filipina ka ba?
Are you Filipina?
I nod, and I begin to say my piece, delivering that line that I have memorized for times exactly like these. Nakakaintindihan pero hindi masyado marunong pagsalita. I can understand it, but I can't really speak it. And even with those few words, it seems like enough. And for these brief moments in this foreign tongue, with these bright smiles to these passers-by, we look like we have known each other forever. I am an island.
I am
or
an
7,000.
island. Or 7,000.
Archipelag-a.
I am an island.
Or 7,000.
Archipelag-a.
Strung together by hundreds of hands interlocked across ocean.
Across the map in a web of thread and push pins.
We weather ocean storms together.
Fight for our history.
I see our veins in overlapping futures.
Great actions.
Great words.
Sprung from parted lips set in smooth brown skin.
Below her skin beats a great heart.
Blood boiling with injustice.
Our blood flows from our clenched fists to the feet that march us forward.
Okay, Archie.